us the tools, because a lot of you guys, if you don't know about Chris Hedges, definitely please do some research on the guy. He used to work at the New York Times, if I'm not mistaken. He's a very prolific journalist. And so he's been all around the world covering wars and different things. So he's actually been on the front lines, trenches, seeing things. And I think he's really just a guy who's collected all of this stuff. And as you can see from the book, he quotes a lot of different people, like I said, Albert Einstein, to Plato, to whoever, to a lot of contemporary figures in the media, and a lot of contemporary stuff that's going on right now. And I think it's just kind of like his duty was to put it all in one place that we could all examine it and look at it, and then come up with our own solutions. Because at the end of the day, it's about us, and democracy is about us. It's not about what they tell us to do. It's about us. And I think the point of the thing is, even though the book, as you can tell, the book is heavily biased, it's heavily biased against the ill natures and the ill things that are going on in society, which is the best bias thing. Society. But I think it's on us, and I think a lot of you probably have got to that point and read the book, but it's really on you, and how you can go out and actively change that. The purpose of the book and the actual subtitle of the book is actually the lack of literacy, how we're losing literacy. The point of the book is to kind of raise our literal awareness and
Empires of Illusion, the book.
our reading, to read the world, as opposed to just take what's given to us, to be critical thinkers and to question, what comes across the plate, and question why we're here, how we got here, question why you do the things that you do. I think that was kind of the point. And I think once we give ourselves honest answers to those questions, we'll have a better us, which will hopefully be a better, family, a better community, a better society, a better nation, a better world, which I think is very possible. And we'll try and get to one more directly about the book. And this comes from Marcus from Marietta, Georgia. Ian from Marietta, Georgia. He says, I've never done a book discussion or anything, so bear with me. I picked up the book and haven't quite gotten to the end. But he goes on to say, my observation is that I agree with everything Chris Hedges states. I believe his observations are very accurate of our culture, but I think he is also covering many cultures, our time and in the past. In some way and in some form in previous civilizations, all of these elements existed, such as the Roman Empire, had forms of entertainment at the cost of others, had elites and so on. It appears to me that it is human nature to act in these ways since the beginning of the civilized world. Could it be that this is the natural way of things and that it's a cycle that will never come to an end? How do we overthrow the elite? How do we change something that has been part of our conditioning for longer than just our celebrity culture? There were similar cultures that worshiped many earthly gods, so I'm going to say. And then he goes on to say, could the Mayan 2012 calendar be referring to the end of the era of civilization and progress into a higher way of thinking? Very metaphysical way to think. Yeah, man, a lot of questions thrown out there. Is it human nature to be like this? I think we as humans, we know ourselves very well, so we know the things we like. A lot of the things, almost everything that is around us has been invented and put together by another human. And so I don't think it's necessarily natural in that sense. I just think you really have to look at the celebrity culture, ancient celebrity culture. All of that stuff has been put together by other humans. And why wouldn't another human know what a human wants if he's a human himself, so to speak? I think the thing is to separate and question that. To question what is actually being done. Why we're doing it and everything else is going to take a longer discussion and a lot of philosophy books and a lot of Plato and a lot of different things, philosophers, Kant, and all of these people. But I think it's more so the simplest thing to do is to question actually what is going on. And I think that Chris does that in the book very well. How do we overthrow the elite? Good question. So we'll take one more, and then we'll get into the reason everybody is here. Shout out to Brianna checking in from College of Humanities and Social Studies at NCSU, North Carolina State University, checking in with us. Okay, here we go. This is from Tiffany from Detroit. Shout out to the D-Town. It says, did anyone else find that this book was a bit disheartening, even if it was eye-opening? Most of us are taught from our earthly youth that hard work and determination are the keys to success. This book puts in our face something most of us knew deep in our hearts but wouldn't admit, that hard work and determination is for those employed, enslaved by the elite. The elite don't have to have those qualities because they are usually born into money and power. The real keys to success, the money and power, she says, the real keys to success. I'm going to question that. The real keys to success. Success is defined by you, not others. Do regular people, she goes on to say, do regular people value strong morals and character to make us feel noble and content on the hamster wheels that are our careers, education, etc.? Are they valued to keep us sedated in our powerlessness? Woo! Heavy right there, Tiffany, Detroit.
We will not compromise who we are to be accepted by the crowd.